So today, as promised, I'm assembling the HiFi Racks Podium reference stand. Now you can see I've made a good start on this. I've been at it for probably only about 35 minutes. This stuff goes together really quickly. So I just thought that I'd just share a bit of the experience with you and just show you how easily this lot goes together and just how satisfying it is. Oh yes. So essentially, you just build it up a tier at a time. Here's some I made earlier. There, I've already done the speaker stands. That really is easy, so pretty straightforward. And essentially, what you do to assemble one piece is you use these gorgeous little inserts that we discussed yesterday. These pretty sexy little things, and you pop them in there like that. There is no kind of retaining Allen key type thing in there for you to hold that tight with, and then you can kind of really twist these legs on. These little stumpy legs, these are the bottom ones, the very bottom tier. This, you know, so you have to just kind of hold it with your finger, start spinning these on, and I think the idea is that you don't swing from these, that you don't get them so tight that it's unbearably tight. You can get a pretty good purchase on the other side of that with your finger, and you can sort of get it fairly tight. I'm not worrying about tiny little angles just yet. I think when it's all together, it's possible to look at it. It'll be possible to straighten it all up and get it just right. So there's 3 of the little feet on there. I'll get the 4th one on, number 4. One thing I was aware of, I did that then, but probably not the best thing to do, is when you pick them up, try not to pick them up when you're holding one of these, because it'd be pretty easy to scratch that. You don't want to start the day off with a great big scratch on your expensive HiFi furniture. Okay, again, it feels pretty solid. Okay, I could get it tighter, but I've got no desire to. I've got 4 of these little spikes. I've put quite a few of these on now. These are pretty straightforward. As you can see, just put 4. Now, these are going to be going on carpet. So I'm not going to put any little cups or spike shoes underneath them. I don't think so. It depends how much you care about the floor underneath. I mean, we've got this kind of nice laminate, cushioned laminate floor here, and I should care about it because it's quite expensive, but it is in here only for the purpose, entirely for the purpose of being a HiFi demonstration room. So I have to not be too precious about it and use it for the purpose for which it was intended. So I'm actually just going to get over myself, and I'm going to put these, the base part of this. Now there's no badge, right, of course. There's a badge on the top piece. So what we do is just make a decision on how we like the look of what we're offered here. And do we want them to sort of match up in some way, or do we want them quite random? Because they have machine joints in them. I've tended to think that I prefer to see the machine joints nearer to the edge. It may or may not add up like that. We may end up just going for a random. Not that it looks bad. I mean, it's a piece of gorgeous engineering. I mean, that's it. But it's just, you know what they say, looks are everything. So I'm going to get up off the floor while my back can still permit me to do so. And find a good spot for this now. I literally should be able to just get it all together. Now I don't want it too near the wall, you know, because that'll mean that the speakers are quite far forward of it. If I want to get the speakers a metre away from the wall, which I usually like to as a default position, then they can be messed around with later. I'm going for the middle of the pattern on the carpet. I'd like to see the pattern on the carpet, because I bother about things like that. This would be a great carpet, this would be a great rug for a drummer, wouldn't it? It's pretty cool. Okay? And when you order these, you define in your order how big you want your legs off the floor, how big you want your individual tiers, how tall you want them, how deep you want them, and how wide you want them. So I've gone for a sort of 2 wider tiers for amps and slightly bigger stuff, And then a narrower tier at the top, which maybe I could put something in like a DAC or something that's smaller. There isn't going to be, even though this is a big rack, there isn't going to be too much stuff on it. So what we're going to do here, as I say, is we've got a couple of taller tiers to the bottom, which we can put amplifiers and bigger stuff in, and then a narrower tier to the top, which I probably use for a DAC or a couple of DACs, that sort of thing. And I'm thinking of Graham Sleeve stuff over here and quad, going into some Sterling broadcast speakers with a couple of other options I can swap and change. A bit on the British HiFi sort of line. Looking for that sort of pseudo kind of BBCS type as I'm an updated sort of more modern version that's you know, going to be very, very satisfying to listen to. They prevent me going home. So all right, so what we should be able to do with these now is pick the larger tier, which is this one, it's the next one to go on, and really carefully, I say carefully, you don't, this is the bit where you can scratch it, so line up the first corner, then the second corner, and these two should just fit in. Okay? Don't try putting all four down at once, you have this, you know, like you see on the label of an LP, like that. You have all this going on. Well, we don't want any of that. And if you're going to try positioning this thing, tweaking it, don't do it when you've got all four tiers on, you've got no chance. Okay? Now I'm boring. I'm not so boring that I'm going to start measuring that. Maybe I will. Okay, that'll do. Right, and then we've got another larger one. Same principle. One corner, another corner, and the other should just go on. Yep, they're on. That's it. Right, okay. And then finally, you've got the top layer. These are reassuringly heavy. Now this one, I did notice that one of these slightly that's it. No, that's exactly right, okay? Now there, one of the instructions to the letter is the HiFi Rack's Podium reference. An item of beauty. I absolutely love it. Now next time that we go back to dealing with HiFi furniture, probably going to be looking at how to assemble some of the Atacama range of things that we've got laying around the place, still in boxes needing to be unpacked. So yeah, I'll see you next time everybody. Thank you very much.